Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, as per the time refers to. My name is Annie M Kidwai, and you're watching Vertex, a solution of every need. How is everyone, and how is everyone doing? I hope you are liking the content of my videos that I'm uploading at YouTube, and you are following us at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If there is any kind of questions, doubts you want to clarify with us, please feel free to reach us on the details given below in the description box as well, as you can also leave your comments in the feedback section, that is the comment section below. um, what I am going to talk about in this video today, well, you must be knowing, people who follow me, who listens to me, who watch my videos, who understand my content. From past quite some time, I'm uploading videos on behavioral issues, psychology, human psychology, cognitive psychology, and such topics, along with tutoring and training in education. That is our forte. We are also um, trying to help people through the counseling sessions as much as we can contribute in the society to help people around, making them mentally healthy and happy, resolving the conflicts of their life wherever they feel confused about something. Through our expertise, knowledge, education, we are trying to transform lives of people in a very simple way, simplified manner, connecting people on an emotional level and as well as on a physical level is very important to understand and come close and work as a team in a collaborative way so that we can produce uh, outstanding results overall. So today's video is concerned about the mood disorders. I'm sure we all must feel sometimes here and there. Sometimes we feel blue, um, not sharing our emotions, our feelings with anyone, not with our friends, not with our family members, not with our children or spouse, not with our parents. And somewhere down the line, we individuals sometimes not able to distinguish between the sadness or any major mental health issue that an individual is going through. So, we really need to understand our own emotions and feelings. And of course, when you are surrounded with any such individual, how you can offer help to that individual. Because until and unless we don't understand the problem, we are not able to find a solution for that problem. So these videos are just for the educational purposes, just to educate the society and people that such things do happen around us. It can happen with us, it can happen within our family structure, within a family, with a friend, with a colleague, with a boss, or anyone. So, how we can deal with it? To deal the problem, first of all, we need to analyze the problem. We need to find out the problem, and then we can work on the solutions. Now, I'm going to speak on to the mood disorders. Now, what is a mood disorders? Mood. We all know what is a mood. Sometimes we feel, that's our feelings, that sometimes we feel very excited, sometimes we feel very happy, sometimes we feel sad because of different situations in our life. Okay? Now, for this specific mood disorder in DSM, Diagnostic Statistical Manual 4, in DSM 4, it is given that prolonged sadness for a prolonged period of time, let's say for more than 2 or 2.5 years, if someone is always feeling worthless about themselves, they have remorse, regret, guilt, and it is in continuation for a prolonged period of time, it can be depression. Now, we use this word depression in a very common way that we shouldn't be doing this. We use it in our day to day conversation, we use it with our friends and family in a very casual way. Let me be very clear and specific with those people who use this terminology in a very casual way. Depression is a clinical psychological term, okay? At times it can happen that a person is sad about anything. There is a huge difference between the sadness and depression of an individual. Sadness is not for a prolonged period of time. Suppose, for example, um, a demise of some loved one in your family or around you make you sad, but it is temporary, it's momentary. Someone has lost his or her job. um, someone is going through a divorce or a breakup, or someone failed in the examination. So that makes an individual sad momentary. So that sadness cannot be termed as a depression. But if this sadness is prolonged, and the reason for this sadness is for prolonged period of time, and an individual is unable to move on in their life from this, that can be transformed into depression, which is again based on a clinical diagnosis of an individual by a clinical psychologist or a psychiatrist. Depression can lead to many major uh, life issues, functionality of an individual. So, depression cannot be taken lightly. Um, Depression can be, can be mild and major. For example, if a person is feeling guilt, remorse, feeling he's not or she is not worthy of anything, worthy of this life, he has a or she has a constant feeling that things can never become better, and he can never feel happiness, no matter what you will do with that individual, no matter whatever success and achievements that person can attain, still that person is not happy or satisfied, and constantly feeling sad about it, constantly feeling unhappy about it, or going into some kind of extreme reactions that is not in a normal functionality of a life of an individual, can be termed into major depressive disorders. Again, the minor and the major depressive problems or mood disorders can be diagnosed in a specific fashion, uh, uh, clinically, by examining the patient. Um, of course, depression can be cured. There is a treatment for this problem as well. If anyone in your family, in your social circle, friend circle, your student, or anyone is going through this disorder, you may also try finding a solution by going to a clinical psychologist, a therapist, or a psychiatrist. A, a diagnosis of this problem can only be made by a licensed clinical psychologist. I'm again emphasizing on this word, licensed clinical psychologist, or a psychiatrist. Now, psychiatrist, who is a psychiatrist? Psychiatrist is somebody who has a medical background. He did his degree in graduation MBBS, and then he did his post graduation MD in psychiatry. And who is a clinical psychologist? A clinical psychologist is somebody who did his or her master's, specializing in clinical psychology, and post that did license to practice clinical psychology as well. But a psychologist can never prescribe medications because she is not from the medical background, so they cannot prescribe you medications. The medications can only be prescribed by a doctor from a medical background, that is MBBS MD. A psychologist can make diagnosis about the problem, what kind of mental disorder a patient is going through, what is the problem, if it is required, if that problem can be treated through a medical treatment, then they will refer you to the psychiatrist. Psychologists, clinical psychologists work with the patient with talk therapy, with counseling sessions. Um, Trust me, counseling sessions and talk therapy for such patients are really, really workable and can bring good results for the health of that patient. So, why I'm telling you all this, because I have come across a lot of people who are confused about to whom they should go, what should they follow, is this sadness or is this depression, should they go to a psychologist or not. I would recommend you not to go straight away to a psychiatrist, because psychiatrist prescribes medications, antidepressants, and they will put you on medical treatment. So of course, at an initial stage you should go to a clinical licensed clinical psychologist. They can make diagnosis about the problem. They are therapist, their mental health therapist, and if it is required for a medical treatment, they will definitely refer to you to psychiatrist. But there is no hard and fast rule that you cannot move to the office of a psychiatrist if it is required. If the problem is, suppose there are suicidal attacks going on by that individual, they're feeling to uh, go for such activities, so definitely you should take a call. Maybe that individual is going through this problem. Maybe they are getting involved in some kind of substance abuse, drug abuse, alcohol, or such kind of problems they are getting involved into. So definitely you should take your loved one to the office of that therapist or a psychiatrist. So I was talking about mood disorders. So mood disorders again is a clinical term that can only be diagnosed by the concerned person, and such feelings of guilt, remorse, regret, unworthiness, feeling sadness for a prolonged period of time, unable to function in normalcy in life, unable to make decisions properly in life, getting involved into some kind of activities which is unhealthy for one's health and one's mental health, are certainly some symptoms and signs that a person may be going through depression. But in general, we should not term anyone that this person is going through depression or this person is depressed, because sadness is another thing and depression is a clinical term. So this is one of my video that I'm trying to educate people about the mental health and psychology, and how we can work along with it and take the right measures, because I came across some recent situations where I was dealing and counseling people on the same. So I thought of recording it for my viewers and people who follow me. If there is any questions, you have any doubts, you can reach out to me. My contact is available in the description box below. I can try my best to help you out in my best capacities. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.